music I called Shack today. Y'all, it's me, C, in my little studio lair hiding out for a minute. I gotta tell you guys some stuff, and it's some crazy stuff, but it's some good stuff. Where do I even begin? I guess the first thing I'm gonna say, and it's the biggest reveal of them all, my wife and I are expecting our fourth child. So, that's very exciting. We're ready for baby. We already got 2 names we're fighting for. But I'm not going to reveal too much about that because that's more of a personal thing. So, but yes, baby 4 is coming. I'm still working on music, and honestly, this is driving me to do more. There's a lot of situation going on right now to where my care is kind of needed. So it's going to be harder for me to do music, but it's also going to be harder for me to go out there and find some additional work. So I'm going to try to stay at home and do as much as I can at home and work from home and try to find a second job working from home. But let's be real, y'all. It's time that I start reaching out. It's time that I start saying, okay, well, I got more followers than ever, more subs than ever. You know, maybe one of these people will pick me up. So I'm going to say shout out to the 4 Horsemen, and I'm going to make this announcement without them, and they can make it on their own individual things, because I don't want to talk for anybody. But as of right now, right now, and I apologize, but everything that I do, I've been trying to accept projects, or I can teach, I can do all kinds of different things for folks, but no one's has really been reaching out. So talking with one of the horsemen, a couple of the horsemen pitching it around, you know, we kind of feel, at least for me for right now, I don't know about the other 3. Like I said, I'm not going to speak up on them. They do their own thing. But I have to completely unaccept any project that I've was pitched to any of that. And I apologize. I need to make money. I need to figure out something. Things have been sinking and no one's calling me back. So I gotta do something. So I will reach out to you guys individually that we are in the middle of something, and I'm gonna say let's put this on hold. Unless y'all are willing to throw a few bucks, that's up to you, but everything's on hold. And as far as me working and doing these projects and collabs, and if someone pays me, I will make it priority, and I will get it done ASAP the minute I have time. Like I have a little bit of time right now. But I have to do something. My wife is high risk, and she's going to be in bed. She can't really do too much to help. So a lot is falling on me, which is fine. That's what I'm here for. But it's going to make things really difficult, especially with my financial situation and all these fucking bills coming in and all these things I can't get figured out, and I'm trying to figure out, and it's been dragging on for months, and I'm just trying to, you know, get my life back together and get us going, because it's been a rough few months, folks. I think you can tell with my music and with my videos like this. But I love what I do, and I love what I do for regular work, and this music thing is just therapy, and I just have so much fun with it. And now I spend more time listening to me and my homies more than the mainstream music that I normally listen to, and because it's just such a beautiful thing. I didn't know all this was possible, and now I got these dudes who believe in me, and a lot of y'all out there believe in me. So this is part 1 to a new series. It's called Reaching for the Stars. And pretty much every day I'm going to take time out of my day, whether it's my lunch hour or after work or early in the morning. I'm calling record labels, I'm calling celebrities, I'm calling everything. On top of what I'm doing off camera. But on camera, I'm going to give you guys this satisfaction. Just see this process I'm going through right now. Big shout out to DJ Sunny Side Up, because he's been reaching out to very known people and actually getting responses, and I just hope something pulls through. And shout out to the rest of my team, Payne and Stony. They do so much for me. I mean, Sunny does too. It's so hard to put all that into a couple sentences or a paragraph, because these guys are above and beyond what a team should be doing for me. So I love you guys, and I love my fans out there, and our fans, and I love my friends, I love my colleagues. But right now, shit's tight. Shit's real tight. And if I have to do pretty much a lot of care, and I can't really be away from my house and from the fam, I need to just find that other route to make money. So I am applying for virtual jobs, but like before, like I said, in the meantime, I'm still accepting special projects. I'm cheap as shit, because I'm gonna give 110% regardless if I make $5 or $10 on something, because that's just who I am. I want to give you guys the best product I can. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on here my failed attempts and my one successful attempt today. So I went to call Shady Records, and the number was no good. I went to call another number for Shady Records, and I ended up at Interscope, which I talked to them before. They were very nice, and I was able to get more numbers from them. And then I was able to really call Shady Records, and I actually talked to someone for quite some time. And just another sneak peek, I called Shaq today. I called Shaquille O'Neal. So I have a lot of different information, and the internet's full of information, and I'm not about to go under, and I'm not about to let this family go under. So again, I apologize. I was doing stuff for free when I shouldn't have. I should have been like, I can't do this unless I'm paid. I respect you, I love you, man, but I have to put my time where the money talks, because otherwise things are gonna walk, and I don't need nothing walking out of my life. So with that being said, I love you guys. Please support independent artists. Some of them are struggling more than me, I'm sure. But I got a fourth kid on the way. I only got one income. And I do this stuff for the love of it. And I've seen so much growth. I know y'all can make this possible. I am manifesting this shit like no tomorrow now. I'd kind of tease the stuff and say, oh yeah, Eminem will call me and this and that. No, I'm calling them now. And one of these people are going to say, okay, and it's going to work out. So with that being said, part 1 of Reaching for the Stars. Come on, Eminem, I'm gonna get you. I'll be calling Snoop Dogg, I'll be calling all of them. You name them, I'll write it down if I don't have it already, and I'll call them. I need the help, y'all. So please, every stream, every share, every like, every comment, everything y'all do just adds up. And I'm just about to take it to the next level. So I love you guys. And let's see me do some calls. And it's going to be a very often video series, because I want you all to see my hustle. So outside of that, I'm running around the house with my 3 babies and taking care of my lady, and then working 40 hours a week and just doing my best. So I love you guys. I also have a Fiverr now. I'm figuring that out. So try to find me on Fiverr. I don't know how to post that. And we'll just go from there. I love you guys. I'm not bringing out Grandpa because this is very serious. And maybe I will later. How could you, Billy? No, I'm not doing that right now. But baby number 4, they're coming. And I love them so much already. So, all right. Check out my calls. All right. First attempt at contacting Eminem. Let's pray, y'all. I don't think the number works. Oh no. Could not get through to Shady Records, so now I'm calling Shaquille O'Neal.
You can text this phone number. If you want to be texted first, press any key now. Messages will be sent to your number via community. Standard messaging and data rates apply. Consent is not a condition of purchase.
Hey, this is Shaq O'Neal. Thanks for calling back. Who checks voicemails? You gotta text me. Want me to respond back? You gotta text me. Alright? I love you. Appreciate you very much. Tell your friends they can text me too. Family, relatives, whoever. You know, Shaq loves everybody. Bye!
Calling Shady Records back. is Interscope. Kiss Shady Records number didn't work. So let's see.
Interscope Records.
Hi, I'm calling to inquire on a phone number. My buddy, he gave me this number for a guy named Mark, for Shady Records, and I'm trying to call it, but I don't know if it's my phone or not going through. Do you have any information on that? Because I know you're Interscope Records, and I'm like, wait, I think the numbers are mixed, but I figure you guys work together. Can I read off the number to you, and can you confirm if it's legit?
Well, that I wouldn't be able to do. Just like if you have, do you have the name of the first and last name of the person you were trying to reach?
His
I
name
can see if
is
they're in our directory.
his name is Mark, and his last name starts with an H, I believe. I can't freaking remember. I want to say Hamill for some reason, but I know his first name was Mark. And at the time, I believe he was stationed in California, but he may have moved to New York. It's a 212 number.
Yeah, see that I wouldn't be able to verify the number because it could be a cell number. It could be one of those. I can give you the number to our there's the New York based
Okay.
universal offices there. You could potentially try reaching out to them if you wanted.
Okay, I'll take it.
So those numbers for New York, it's 212.
Yeah, my number's a little different than that. I know it's an older number too, so I just wasn't sure. I'm like, shoot, is it me or not? So, and I had his email address somewhere. I might be able to pull that up, but I'll go ahead and give them a call, and I'll see if I can find that, because I have his last name saved somewhere, but it's just kind of crazy right now, so.
No problem at all.
All right, thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
Bye. All right, attempt number 3 at Shady Records. I got different numbers, 2 different numbers from Interscope Records they shared with me. So let's see. Number 1 number.
Thank you for calling the Universal Music Group in New York. If you know your party's 10-digit phone number, you can dial it now. Otherwise, you can spell by name by pressing 1. If you need to speak to a receptionist during business hours, please press 0. To repeat this message, please press the star key.
Universal Music Group.
Hi, my name is Carol Engel, and I'm calling. Well, I just spoke with Interscope Records not too long ago, and I was trying to get a hold of you guys to inquire on what I can do to submit my music or whichever. So a number I had for you guys didn't work, and I had a contact with y'all. His name's Mark something, but I'm not finding that info. I only have his email address from back in the day. So I was just calling to inquire and see what steps I need to take to kind of take it to the next step.
Right. Unfortunately, here they no longer accept demos. What they want you to do is put your material across all social media platforms. That's where the A&Rs look. And they also want you to have at least 100,000 followers. They might like your music. You might sound like Post Malone, or Justin Bieber or somebody. But if you don't have at least a minimum of 100,000 followers, they're not going to contact you because they need to see that you're somewhat popular,
Right.
that you are popular before they invest. And we don't buy music from people we don't know,
Right.
So that's what they look at.
Is
And
it
that's pretty much
across?
what you have to do.
Is it across all platforms, or just like on each platform I have to hit that number?
Well, I guess it depends on, I would say across all platforms. I don't know.
Okay.
Really, because, it depends on, one A&R might like TikTok, another one might like YouTube, or another
Right.
might like IG. So I don't know. If you can get your followers to follow you on all platforms, that would be beneficial.
So it's more of a reaching out now instead of us inquiring, us artists. Okay.
You say that again?
No, so it's more or less you guys reaching out to us when you see us kind of blow up instead of us submitting to you now.
Yeah, and so knowing that they'll reach out to you, you have to watch out for the scammers. Sometimes they make it seem as though they're calling from this number. I don't know how. On your cell phone, it might say Def Jam or Republic Records,
Right.
and you think it's the real deal, and they don't leave a very long message. I think it's less than a minute. It's got to be like 30 seconds, and I think that's because the number will refer to their real cell phone number, and they don't want you to see that. And they don't leave their name. They may promise
Right.
that they want to make you a superstar, whatever. But in the end, they end up asking for money. They might want to put you in a hotel for a night and say that you have a meeting with Post Malone's people,
Right.
and he wants you to be the opening act, but we got to go to the studio and record your music, so, give me the $500 we talked about. It's always something that's believable. And then you get your money and you find out that, it's not really believable. They get your money, and then you realize,
So-
it's scams.
I will say that we are pretty good with the trying to, avoid the scams, but like on Instagram, I've had voice messages with like DJ Kid, and actually my producer was just talking with Bizarre and going back and forth with them on their verified pages. So are these so most of these verified pages should be legit then, correct? Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to get the check mark?
No, they are really tricky. They are really, really tricky.
Okay.
So I think the best way to know that it's a scam, if you don't have 100,000 followers, no A&R is going to really reach out to you, because if you don't do the work, that means they have to do the work. And with the internet now, they're not doing all that work that they used to do, say, in your grandmother's time or something like that, when there was no net. You had to get on a bus and you ride around the country in, little rinky-dink clubs. So they want you to do part of the work. If you don't have at least 100,000 followers, they're not reaching out to try to work with you. And if they ask you for money, which all scammers will eventually ask you for
Right.
money, it's a scam. Sometimes they don't ask for money. They want your material, and you send it to them, and they may know someone in the music business, and then they go and present it. The industry doesn't care where they got the material from. They just want to know if it's going to be a hit, for their artists. So
Right.
that's another thing I see that they do. They'll, people send them their demos or their music or whatever, and they will then go have a meeting and present it, and they'll hear their song on the radio and then wonder, like, what happened? How come I didn't get paid?
Oh.
Because you gave it away.
I see what
That's
you're
why.
saying. I've been, warned about a lot of that stuff too. That's why I started copywriting everything I drop now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
because
that's
so
really
many are
good.
watching
So-
me now, so it's kind of like, whoa. But yeah, I'm just calling to inquire on myself on this. I do have my team together, but yeah, I found out my wife's pregnant this week. We already have 3 kiddos.
Congratulations.
Thank ya. I'm just gonna try to sell myself and call who I can call. So,
Yeah. And I always suggest that people do it independently if you have a pretty good following and if you have a loyal following, because getting into this industry is so tough. Like, from what I've observed, there's no overnight sensation,
Right.
They'll tell you, we discovered him and it's overnight, but really it's been 10 years.
Right.
Or something like that. And it wasn't just, every now and then I guess someone gets a lucky break, but normally it's not that. So my suggestion is get online, post as much as you can, keep your followers engaged, download your music, and have people stream it for a small fee or something. I don't know how much it costs to stream a song. 99 cents, maybe $2 now, since everything's gone up, because I've seen people have really good success with doing it on their own. Every now and then there's someone that turns down a contract here. They don't
Right.
want it because
Like
it's
Watsky.
more in favor, of the company than it is of a new artist. Unless you're like a Kim Kardashian and you have millions of followers, then they'll do whatever you want. But if you're starting out and say you have 100,000 or 200,000 followers, they're not going to, they may give you a deal for one record, see how it does, and then see if they want to continue. And then in the end, you're paying for everything, your clothes, the videos, whatever. It's going to be taken out of your money, and you don't get, I don't know how much you get after, but it's not enough. It's not superstar status. So my thing is, in the beginning, just do it for yourself as though you were an established artist. And,
Right.
One guy rented the community center. He lived in South Carolina. He rented a community center or something. He sold tickets for like $20. If I was in South Carolina, I would have gone. And, now when I look on IG and stuff, he's doing really well. He says that he was offered a contract with one of the UMG labels, but they did not want him to play music. He plays an electric violin.
Okay.
And they didn't want him to play. People would, in his chat, would request songs, and he would play whatever. If it was Drake or Lil Wayne or something.
Right. And with the contract,
violin.
a lot of that, you can't do.
Yeah.
And
said, no way. If they want to hear you, they gotta,
I know, I would prefer to stay independent, to be honest. I mean, this has always just been like an outlet for me and just something I loved. But then people just started latching on to me, so I just need to work with my team and just keep getting me out there. Then try to go for that lucky break and try to win the lottery pretty
Right.
much.
But but you have the internet on your side. So
Yes, I do.
That is, that's what people didn't have back in the day. You have the internet, so you put up whatever your material is copyrighted, so you don't have to worry about
Right.
that. And someone in Papua New Guinea might hear that.
Right.
Someone in Hong Kong. All over the world. So that's really in your favor if you can use it as a really good marketing tool. You can use that as a marketing tool.
That's what my
And
producer does. He shares it to other countries, so I started moving in other
Yeah.
countries. He's in Japan, and then my
wow.
my other music guys in California, and my other guys in Texas. So the two of them are like, because one of them got an offer from Shady Records 15 years ago, and he turned it down. Growth, and I just wanted to keep it independent because I'm making a few bucks here and there. But I'm like, man, oh
Yeah.
man, they're like, dude, just start calling these people. And they started giving me numbers and emails, so I'm trying, so maybe I could get lucky with it, I say you miss every
think
shot
you
you don't
can.
take, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm calling you today. So,
And you've had some success doing it on your own, so
Yes.
that should be encouraging. You've had some success.
absolutely.
So you just have to keep it up. And from what I see, the artists that constantly post, they really get somewhere. Even like Cardi B. Do you know Cardi B?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
She was on YouTube at first.
Yep.
Just being a dum-dum, and it was really funny. And I don't know if she thought that would get her someplace, but that got her on a reality show.
It did.
And from there, it got her singing. When I first heard her very first song, I forget what it is, I thought, okay, she's made up really nice and everything, but I thought it was a joke. Because, she couldn't really rap to me. But starting on YouTube and growing her fan base has led her, that was the impetus to get her to where she is today.
Mhm.
So if she can do it, anybody can do it.
Absolutely.
Because it's not like she's very bright, it's just that she's got a lot of chutzpah, she's stuck with it. And if you stick with it, your audience will grow, because we all want to be entertained.
Right.
No one's reading the book now. We're looking at TikTok or IG or Twitter or something.
Well, I'm on that camera a lot, and I actually do a little independent music comedy show where I do skits and reveal the new songs with all music videos. And like people that I've worked with or I'm close with, I'll have them come on my show, shout them out, get them going, and then they share it and stuff. So
Is your show online?
yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's called The See the
Yeah.
Rapper Show, and I've gotten about 30 episodes out in a year. And
That's fantastic.
my longest episodes will be over an hour, and I'll have 40 people, and then it grows. Like, once it releases
Yeah.
after the premiere, I'll have 200, 300, 400 views, and my watch time has just been skyrocketing because of that. So we've been posting it everywhere, and I just been getting it growing, and I'm doing it all with, whatever I got. I don't have money for anything, so I've done
Right.
full on like theme songs for other people. I've been doing all these extra work and stuff, but now I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little bit of demand, so if you want to collab with me, send me a few bucks and we'll make it happen, you know. But the show's been working out, and that's just kind of like a, hey, if you're cool kind of thing, I'm gonna get you on here and shout you out. I even have my parents on there. You know, my dad's always been an artist, so I get him on there and he just loves it and helps me. My buddies help me, you know. So I'm trying every avenue I can. I'm on all the platforms. I'm not at 100K, but I'm at least a quarter of the way there. So, and
I got 370 people following me on TikTok, and that's it. So, you know, if you're 3/4 of the way there, you're doing really well.
So
you know,
I'm trying.
I can't even reach 500, but I don't really post. I just watch, and every now and then I post some pictures, and then put a little snippet of your podcast, like on TikTok. And then if they want to hear any more, because I know that's what people are doing.
That's what I do, yeah.
Podcast, and they put a little snippet of a really interesting conversation on there. You want to hear more, but in order to hear more, you either have to go to behind their paywall, or you have to go to YouTube or something else. It's like they give you a tease. You know,
right.
On TikTok you can give a little tease, and then at the end, you know, give them the information where they can go and watch further or watch the episode in its entirety.
I've been doing that, and a good tip is I've been using QR codes. So on TikTok, I'll say, hey, new episode of the See the Rapper show, because they're not really letting you drop links on there anymore, but the QR codes work. So they can screenshot it and then, you know, use your phone and it'll take you there. So I have all my channels linked up, and I'm verified on YouTube as an artist or whichever. So, yeah, I got about 7K on TikTok, and that grew really fast.
That's fantastic.
So, on Instagram, I'm over 3,000 now. This is all within a year as well. Like, something picked up, something clicked, and it's just been working. But
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you.
That's great.
That makes me feel really good.
I'm telling you, I got like 374, something like that, and it stays there. It dips a little, and then maybe 2 or 3 people are interested, and it comes up a little, but it never goes past 370 something, and I'm okay with that, you know, because I don't really post that much. So
right. So you're doing good.
You're posting.
I lost her. Well, folks, at least she said I'm doing the right things. So we'll keep it up. But I lost her. Damn it. What a nice person. Well, that was Shady Records, or whichever they said the name was. But, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna keep this hustle up, y'all.